Yo, what's going on, New York? New York Knicks just beat the Chicago Bulls. I don't know why I said that. 113 to 111. Appreciate you guys tuning in for another Knicks Nation post-game show. That was a thrilling victory for your New York Knickerbockers. Almost coughed it up at the end of regulation. Mikal Bridges with a clutch blocked by Bridges. Deuce McBride is freaking back. Deuce McBride is back, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, that was too loud. But Deuce McBride is back. Look, the Knicks have had a bunch of these fun, riveting, thrilling games, and I absolutely love them. I adore them, honestly, especially when we come out with a victory. But just great defensive possession there in overtime, especially from Precious Achiuwa. Great one-on-one defense against Kobe White from Precious Achiuwa. And the Knicks just close it out with a great defensive possession. And it's only sweet because of that great Mikal Bridges block in the end of regulation. And the Knicks pulled this one out, man. They pulled it through. We got through it. No Josh Hart, no OG Anunoby, because you knew they were saving them for tomorrow versus the Cleveland Cavaliers. Right? You knew they were saving them for tomorrow versus Cleveland. You know they're going to play tomorrow. So you take care of business. Jalen Brunson, Captain Crunch at the end of the fourth quarter. He's going to win the Clutch Player of the Year, by the way. Jalen Brunson is going to win Clutch Player of the Year, in my opinion, because his clutch statistics this season are off the chain. And he wasn't really even having a great game, but when it mattered the most, he delivered again and again and again and again. Even Mikal Bridges for, I want to say, like 2.5 quarters, right? 3 quarters. Mikal just was off to start this game. Defensively, he locked in. Fourth quarter, he was hitting some timely shots. None other than that big block. That's what great players do. It's not how you start, it's how you finish, right? It's not how you start, it's how you finish. Appreciate every single one of you guys in here just getting started on this Knicks Nation post-game show. Knicks 113-111. Big Cat 32-18 from the Big Cat. Big Cat. Yeah, I got the cat drop. Ladies and gentlemen. The Tiger drop. It's a cat. Cat 32-18. I said 32-11. 32-18 from Karl-Anthony Towns. Incredible. And again, to start this basketball game, Cat was struggling. It was that all-star hangover for Cat and JB to start this game. JB was 8-21. Cat was 14-30, 2-10 from 3, but he still managed his way to drop 32-18. And 2 steals, 2 assists. We'll get to the box score. Let's get to these comments. Appreciate you guys. Yuri, what's going on, man? Appreciate you in the chat. Dis Rover says AJ Live inbound. Where is AJ Live tonight? For those that don't know, AJ Live is a Mikal Bridges hater. And we joke around. We have fun over here. But Mikal was awesome, especially in the second half. Look, he started rough. It was rough for Mikal. But the defensive possession against Vukovic was insane. He had position on Mikal Bridges. I thought he was scoring. I was like, oh, it's over. It's over. That's it. It's a wrap. I thought he was scoring one-on-one. He has the height advantage. And what a freaking block from Mikal Bridges at the end of the fourth. Guys, what a freaking block. You even had Mike Breen say, blocked by Bridges. Kind of reminded you of the block by James. Kind of has the same ring to it. But what a freaking block from Mikal Bridges at the end of the fourth. And in overtime, Mikal was just great defensively. Just great. And, you know, that saved him. That because he was having it rough. And then he got it going. And that's what good players do, man. They snap out of it. They don't soak over the past. They take it possession by possession and they move on. You got to move on. You got to have a short attention. You got to have a short attention span in this league, man. You can't think of the bad. And Mikal moved on for sure. And what a great block. Coach Shea, what's going on? Johnson says, I feel Deuce has more value than Bridges. Loud and clear. Likes that cat drop. Like that cat drop, man. Like that cat drop. Yo, Alpha, what's going on? Eddie says these close games giving me a heart attack. Deuce in the starting five for the rest of the season. We'll get a Deuce drop. I'm trying to find a nice Deuce drop for you guys. I'm gonna find it. But Deuce freaking McBride, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get to Deuce. Season high for Deuce McBride. 42 minutes for Deuce. Season high 23 points, 3 assists, 3 steals, 3 blocks. That is the freaking Deuce McBride that we've been waiting for. That man right there. Awesome performance from Mr. Deuce from number 2. Deuce McBride tonight. And 3 steals, 3 blocks. You're like 3 blocks, 3 assists, 6 boards, 23 points. Congratulations to Deuce McBride. Father-to-be Deuce McBride announced that he's having a baby with his girlfriend. So congratulations to Deuce McBride and his girlfriend. Congrats to Deuce McBride and his girlfriend. Father-to-be Deuce McBride. Good spirits. Happy vibes. We back. Yeah, just I thought tonight. Look, the guys, we what have I been saying for weeks now? The lineups with Deuce McBride at the 2 have been off the charts. The lineups with him and JB, awesome. Just they're all positive. The Knicks' best lineup involves Deuce McBride, and it's for a reason. And it's nights like tonight where he stretches the floor defensively. He's a problem, and he gives you the 3 blocks. I mean, he had the Bulls in clamps all night long, and just I thought tonight was Deuce McBride's best performance of the season. Best performance on the season from Deuce. Best performance by far from Deuce. A lot of names to get to, by the way. We'll get to Huck. I see some Huck comments in the chat. We'll get to Huck. But yeah, Deuce was awesome. JB, obviously, when it mattered, he delivers. He delivers on time. Delivers. Mr. Clutch. When we thought this game was done, Bulls are up. Jalen Brunson comes down, cool, calm, and collected. Ties it with 24 seconds left. He is winning Clutch Player of the Year. And because the Knicks wouldn't have been in that position, right? Brunson needs to hit that shot. He does. He has been hitting that shot all season long, by the way, which is remarkable. He's just been incredible. Honestly, you can't. 22 and 12 on a bad night. That's a bad night for JB. That's a bad night. And he still gave you 22 and 12. He's awesome, man. He's amazing. Mikal Bridges got hot in that third. Precious with some great lockdown defense in that, especially the final possession. Shout out to Precious Achiuwa. Even hit a corner 3. 3 steals for Precious. Look at this. You'd love to see that. Big win, man. Big win for the guys, man. Big win. Yo, Alpha, how are you? I'm good. How are you? Hope all is well. Yo, Alpha. Thank you for hopping in here. Thank you for all of you for hopping in here. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Smash the like button. Let's get them likes up. Subscribe, though most of you have subscribed already. But if you haven't subscribed, I have a cool subscribe graphic that will pop up. That's, it's like a Knicks GIF or Jalen Brunson GIF that you guys can see when we get new subscribers. It's pretty cool. Loud and clear. What's going on, Loud and clear? Ariel Hukporti did exactly what we all knew he could do. Played great defense and brought that energy. The man even has an Isaiah Ironstein floater in his repertoire. More minutes for Huck. More minutes for Huck. Let's say it again. More minutes for Huck, please. How was this man not playing over Jericho Sims, guys? How was Ariel Hukporti not playing over Jericho Sims? I get Jericho Sims. The Knicks tried everything in their power for him to succeed. And they traded him. But how was Hukporti just not playing over Sims? The rim protection, the big block tonight, which was electrifying. And like Loud and Clear said, the floaters. He had 2 points tonight, 1 of 1 from the field, 2 points. It reminded you of Isaiah Hartenstein. And don't forget, Ariel Hukporti, who has he been working out with? Isaiah Hartenstein. Just give it a year or two, guys. Give it a year or two. We got Hukporti just loading in the chamber. And this is a player who the Knicks took in the final pick in the second round. You thought he was in the final pick, second round. He probably won't see any playing time. Probably needs years to develop. No. Right away, he has made an impact. And I know his limited time, it sounds crazy for me to say like he has made an impact, but in his time that he has played, you see the rim protection, you see the defense, and he just has a touch around the rim that you can't teach. And it's just exciting to have a player like that on our bench, loading with the return of Mitchell Robinson. It's exciting. That is a gem that the New York Knicks have found. I made plenty of videos about Hukporti. Hell, I may make another one because I just love the player. 17 minutes, and I would say all 17 minutes energetic, engaged, doesn't take a possession off. This is a rookie, ladies and gentlemen, fighting for playing time. Hukporti is here, man. Hukporti is here. Give it up for Huck, man. Balling out, man. Love that guy. Catch up on these comments. Knicks 113, Bulls 111. Knicks, it's a first leg of a back-to-back. You got the Cleveland Cavaliers. We'll get into that matchup a little bit later. But look, no Josh Hart, no OG Anunoby. You thought they were going to come back. But I personally think the Knicks looked at this game and said, we don't need to push it. It's a back-to-back. We want Josh Hart and OG Anunoby for the Cleveland game. We got Cleveland tomorrow. Let's hold off until tomorrow. You almost lost it. But shout out to JB, shout out to Mikal, shout out to Deuce. You pulled out a victory. You won. You're 37-18. You got the job done. Come out of the All-Star break at first. Some All-Star hangover was taking place, but you got it done. El Figgy says, between this game, Tony, what's going on? I appreciate you in here. I see you, Tony. And the U.S. hockey games, my nerves are shot. Yo, Alpha says, JB, Deuce, OG, Cat, Knicks 5 out would be deadly. Let's go, man. Loud and clear. Yes. Appreciate you, Loud and clear. Salute. Let's go, USA. This Rover says this win was uglier than a homeless dude sleeping in Herald Square Station. Come on, this Rover. Come on. Yeah, look, I love these wins. Ugly, right? It's not easy. And these wins build character, right? You find different ways to win, right? You could have easily packed your bags at the end of regulations when the Bulls were just hitting everything. I mean, they had freaking, what's his name? Shoot, Josh Giddey, 4-6 from 3 tonight, ladies and gentlemen. 4-6 from 3 from Mr. Josh Giddey. Let me just zoom this in. And a lot of those shots were clutch. 27 points, 16 boards, 4-6 from 3 from Josh Giddey. Lonzo Ball missed a tough 3 for them. That probably would have won them the game, honestly. But Vukcevic got a shot blocked at the rim by Mikal. Either way, this team, credit to the Bulls, they scrapped. They fought. They went down swinging, right? But the Knicks won. You got to give it up to them, especially how they did it, too, is defense, right? What have we been talking about these last couple of weeks has been the Knicks defense. And it's just good to see them, first game back out of the All-Star break, play better as a team, play better as a unit defensively. Was there some hiccups tonight? Yes. Was there some misassignments? Yes. But you had the signature moments tonight from your big dogs, which we've been missing. Bridges, awesome, man. Just awesome defensively tonight. One of his best games defensively, in my opinion, of the season. Precious was awesome defensively. Miles McBride was a pest out there defensively. They couldn't get by him. So defensively, defense, as you know, wins championships. That's the cliche. Defense wins championships. And you got to get in the top 10. What are the Knicks? 18th in defensive rating. You got to get back in the top 10. Obviously, with OG coming back and Mitch, that's going to jump you quite a few spots. But JB has been good this year. But you got to show defensively that you're engaged, you're locked in, and it's just good to see out of the All-Star break this team did just that. Especially Huck, man. Even Shamet. Look, closing lineup was Shamet, DeLon Wright, McBride, Mikal, and Precious. In defensive situations, that is your lineup, and that is why the Knicks traded for DeLon Wright, because he is above average defender, really good defender. And in late game situations, Tom Thibodeau showed you tonight that he's going to throw out that lineup. He's going to throw out his best defensive lineup. And even though DeLon Wright was sitting on his hands all game long, end of regulation, he put him in there. Go get it done. Go get it done, DeLon. Daniel, what's going on? What's going on, Daniel? Castro. What's up, Castro? Appreciate you hopping in here. Castro says our boys got it done and Captain Clutch and Deuce came through. Love to see it. Yes, sir. Castro, appreciate you. Tony says if we do less ISO and out-rebound the Cavs, we will win. Joel says Anthony 4-0 in overtime. This just shows you how clutch they are and that the pressure doesn't get to them and they'll do whatever it takes to win. Thank you for bringing that stat in here. 4-0 in overtime, Joel. That's, you really didn't want to get to this point, especially in a back-to-back. You really didn't want to play these minutes. You didn't really want to play, look, your main guys played over 40 minutes, but the Knicks watched Jalen Brunson's minutes tonight. But it's the NBA, man. I mean, these guys have had over a week off, and, now you got a big heavyweight matchup in Cleveland. They're going to be hopping on a plane soon, going to Cleveland, and that is good. Look, I know it's a back-to-back. We should get our guys back, but if we don't, obviously it'll stink, but that's going to be a heavyweight. That's the game. That's the game you circle on your calendar, man. That is a game you circle on your calendar. You did what you're supposed to do tonight. The guys got it done, but now you got Cleveland tomorrow. Show us something. Please. Show us something. No excuses. I know it's a back-to-back, man, but can't get blown out, man. Can't. Cleveland, you got Brian Windhorst, the king of Cleveland, saying he is not worried about the Knicks, that we are a regular season team. You got everyone praising Cleveland. I need to see the Knicks go into Cleveland and whoop some ass. I need to see them, please, shut everyone up. Please, beat them. I know you can beat them. And I know the guys want to beat them. I do. Josh Hart, sore knee. Hopefully he's good. It was strategic, man. It was strategic. And Anunoby and Hart are going to be back tomorrow, guys. They are. And we got to beat their ass, man. We got to. We got to send a message. We have to, man. Because if we don't, then what are we doing? Like, we got to send a message. Not only do I want to beat them, I want to dismantle them. Like, I really want this win tomorrow. Guys, I really want this win tomorrow. The Brian Windhorst comment, not sure if you guys caught it, that the Knicks are just a glorified regular season team. Okay. Like, we haven't beat Cleveland. Like, we didn't beat Cleveland 2 years ago. And I know, different team, different years, different coaching staff. They've got some guys. They just picked up the guy from New Orleans who I wanted. They're stacked. I do not care. I need to beat Cleveland. Need to. Loud and Clear says Giddey was fried, but cheese tonight was a fluke. Yeah, man. Giddey was hot tonight, man. Giddey was hot tonight, man. And it happens. Giddey is one of those players who obviously he has I think he has a ton of upside. I really do. OKC, obviously, they're in win now mode, so they traded him. But I still do think he's a good player, and he showed out tonight. He showed out tonight for sure. And look, credit to him, right? He had some tough shots, and he's a, 33% three-point shooter this season, and he has some tough shots. Down and Clear says, I think Josh and OG will bully Cleveland. Robert Rivera says, check the Cavs starters minutes tonight. Big difference to us. Robert, I understand, but no excuses, man. I get it. You're both on a back-to-back. You're both on a back-to-back with travel. The NBA schedule, by the way, just makes no sense. Cleveland's in New York. Like, why wasn't this game in New York? Like, Cleveland is in New York already. Now you're going to make both the Knicks and Cleveland fly to Cleveland. Like, that just doesn't make sense to me. Like, who makes the schedule? Like, does an AI bot make the schedule? But anyway, you go to Cleveland, you got to send a message to them, man. You got to. You got Cleveland, and then you got Boston. These are the games coming out of the All-Star break that you circled. Do something. Please do something. Because you were up, 13 against Cleveland? Second or third game of the season. You lost that lead. Boston has smacked you twice now. You need to get some revenge here. Because you got everyone talking in the media, not giving you any sense of chance against these teams, and you haven't shown it, right? You got to show it. I have faith, though. I have faith that they will show it. I have faith. Look, where we do good, we play well in Cleveland, man. El Figgy says, hopefully Cat and JB aren't gas for tomorrow. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Thoughts on Duarte? It was rumored that the Knicks signed Chris Duarte. That was quickly shut down by Ian Begley, but we shall see. I just want to wait on that. Obviously, the Knicks think they have March 1st. They can bring up TJ Warren, or Chris Duarte is a name who has been out there, Okiki, but we just have to wait and see. Tony says no Cavs starters played more than 30 minutes tonight. Hey, just get it done, man. Just get it done. Cleveland was looking ahead to this game too, and in essence, yeah, it's all hands on deck, man. You didn't have OG or Hart. They will probably make their return tomorrow. So that's a plus. They didn't play, and they're going to be fresh. They're going to be good. OG Anunoby, I thought he would return tonight, but it's a back-to-back. The Knicks are being strategic. They're being very smart. And if all of a sudden the Knicks drop a bomb on us and they say Mitchell Robinson is questionable, in Cleveland, music to my ears. I don't think that's going to happen, but he's practicing 5-on-5. if they drop a bomb tomorrow, and if you get OG, Hart, and Mitch, all hands on deck versus Cleveland, I'm getting hyped. I'm not expecting Mitch to come back tomorrow. I'm not, but it's exciting. Yuri, I see you in VC. We'll get to you in a bit, Yuri. Let me just hit these comments. ML, what's going on? What's going on, ML? ML says Cat needs to grow up. Can't be doing no look with the game on the line. Oh, man. Yeah, I know the play you're talking about, but keep it simple. Like this Rover says in the chat, keep it simple, man. Just keep it simple. Don't play stupid. You can't do that in a playoff game. You get caught doing that in a playoff game, it's a wrap, man. You'll get eaten alive. Like if that's a game-ending play right there, you'll get eaten alive for sure. And he'll learn. I think he will. And but yeah, that was kind of funny. That was hilarious. It wasn't hilarious, but he was feeling himself. He was, especially in that fourth, and he was off for majority of the game. And look, you look at the stat line, he gave you another 30 burger to go along with 18 boards. It's awesome. Yassier says Mitch will be back versus Boston. I hope he's on the horizon. Mitchell Robinson is on the horizon. Coming back soon, ladies and gentlemen. Coming back soon. Can't wait for that. 30% from three from the New York Knicks tonight. 14 of 46. 7 of 10 from the free throw line. Not many free throw attempts from both teams tonight, huh? 10 for the Knicks, 12 for the Bulls. I guess I kind of like that. That's why this game, even though it went into overtime, it still finished at like 10:05, 10:10. It's a quick game. You see what happens when you don't call a foul after every play? Game's quicker. 54 rebounds from your New York Knickerbockers, 28 assists, 10 steals, 7 blocks, only 13 turnovers. The Knicks continue to not turn the ball over, especially in an overtime game. That's important, man. They're taking care of the basketball. You always come out with wins taking care of the basketball. 17 fast break points, 48 points in the paint. No techs. Largest lead of the game was 11. Guys pulled through. You were now 37-18 on the season. Bulls play us tough, man. They play us tough, man. This year they played us tough. Right? Was this our first win versus Chicago or second? I know we lost in Chicago, and I know they came to the Garden and beat us. But I think we've beaten them, right? I think this was our first one. Let me know in the chat. This is our fourth time playing them, right? But they play us tough. Young, scrappy group. No, it's our first time beating them this season. They play us tough, man. No Levine. They got some new faces, new team. What are they? The 10th seed in the Eastern Conference. Playing team, right? Rebuilding. Playing team. But still, it shouldn't have been that close. But it was. It's the NBA. Yeah, first win. Cam, what's going on? What's going on, Cam? Appreciate you in here. Cam, yeah, man, it's been a while. Hope all is well with you, sir. Been a minute since I pulled up. But, man, we barely got out of here. Knicks still got work to do to really contend. Yeah, look, Cam, no OG, no Hart. Obviously, Mitchell Robinson is, like, super close. He's at what? He's at the 5-yard line, man. Mitchell Robinson is at the 5-yard line. Like, it's probably even closer. Maybe at the 4-yard line, the 3-yard line. He is almost here. Like, that's real. Like, now is just picking what game you think he's going to return in. And do you bring him back versus Cleveland? Do you bring him back versus Boston? I don't know. But one of these games, he's coming back. He is. He's practicing. He's healthy. Full going practice. One of these games, he's going to be available. And that's going to be awesome. ML says Kobe kicked our ass game. Yeah, he did. And he wasn't even shooting good tonight. Isaiah, what's going on? Isaiah, hope all is well. Says this was a disgusting win, and I'm seeing red flags, man. Just horrible. And Cat, man, what the hell was that pass in OT? Loser mentality with that play, Isaiah says. Loser mentality, Isaiah says. Strong words from Isaiah. I appreciate you with the passion. That pass was bad, man. It was bad. Obviously, if the Knicks lost this one, if they tied it, you would have been pointing at that pass for sure. But look, all-star hangover. Cat still made his stat line. You look at the stat line, it's 30 and almost 20 rebounds. It's pretty good. Boneheaded stuff, man. Just boneheaded stuff. And that you have to clean up. It's the fouls, right? And tonight I thought he was okay. Not really in foul trouble, right? It's the boneheaded stuff that he'll clean up. The thing about Karl-Anthony Towns is he's extremely intelligent. And, it's that stuff where you kind of like shake your head and, it's just uncharacteristic from him. But yeah, I understand it. I get it. What's going on, Talented Nate? I'm glad we were able to get our bench some great runs in and get them warmed up for these upcoming games. We're going to need McBride to play like this off the bench. Yeah, well said. Well said. McBride was awesome, man. One of the best Deuce McBride game this season. Just awesome. Even to start the first half. The first half, McBride was awesome. Remember, first half tonight, Brunson really wasn't doing much. It was McBride. It was just the Deuce McBride show for the New York Knicks. And he had a big three late, and he was awesome, man. He just 3 steals, 3 blocks for Deuce. Followed to be, once again, congrats to Deuce McBride. And, consistently, this is who we wanted Deuce McBride to be. And it's just good to see it. You're starting to see it. You're starting to see it with Deuce McBride. And that gives me a sense of confidence because, yes, when you got Hart healthy, Mitch healthy, Deuce McBride is going to be very valuable. Because remember, versus Philly, I was there. What was it, first game, game 1, playoffs? Awesome. He shows up. He shows up, and he really just hasn't been consistent this year. Injuries played a part in that, but just shout out to Deuce, shout out to Bridges again. Got hot in that third quarter and didn't look back, man. I don't know what happened in that second half, especially in the end of regulation, but he got hot and didn't look back, man. Shout out to the guys. Shout out to the guys. Knicks 100 GM says no stars the Bulls have. Overtime and y'all screaming championship. Silly nonsense. We had 2 stars versus Bulls. None can't make no spin on this. Knicks 100 GM, who's screaming championship? Appreciate you in here, but we're not screaming championship. I've never said that. Gritty, tough win, man. It's the NBA. These wins are tough. I know it shouldn't have been close. But let's not forget, JB and Karl-Anthony Towns were out west in San Fran, took the plane back, hangover, time zone, festivities, first game back. I know I'm making every excuse in the book, but it's the reality of the situation. And without JB at the end of regulation, we lose. Without Mikal Bridges' block to save the game, we lose. Your stars showed up when it mattered the most, right? Huge stepping stone for Mikal. Huge building block from him because, look, it was bad. And it was bad. The first half was like, yo, what's going on, man? I thought the break was going to do him wonders. And shout out to him. He pulled through. El Figgy says Mikal is going to have to turn it up before the playoffs. El Figgy, if this is the version of Mikal, look, he was lethal tonight in the mid-range. He's obviously a corner specialist, and obviously OG Anunoby helps him. But defensively, this is a positive direction. This is a positive step for Mikal Bridges because quite frankly, it's been inconsistent from him on that end of the floor. But this season, he's already made like 2 game-winning blocks. He had one versus his former team in Brooklyn. He had one tonight. I mean, you're seeing the defensive runner-up player of the year from a couple of years ago come out. And it's positive signs, in my opinion, and he can build off of that, and hopefully he can sustain it. But offense, I'm not worried about. I'm really not worried about Mikal Bridges' offense. Guys go through slumps. You know, he's had big games this year. He's had awesome games. He's had stinkers. I'm not worried about his offense one bit. I'm not. It's more the defensive stuff. And tonight was a big step in the right direction for Mikal. Stanley says both guys, Mitch and OG, should be playing. Guys are practicing and should be playing. Stanley, Knicks were being strategic. I think those guys are healthy, man. They got to be. Josh Hart was, at the end of the bench clapping up. I think they're being precautious. I think they want that game. I really do think they want this game in Cleveland, man. They want to shut everyone up. They do. Guys, I'm calling for it now. Big win in Cleveland tomorrow. Big one. I feel it. I feel it in my soul. Like, I feel it. I know when this Knicks team, they hear the noise, man. They're sick and tired of being like, Windhorst pissed me off with that comment, and I'm calling for a big win in Cleveland. I am. I think this Knicks team will ball out tomorrow in Cleveland. I do. And I'm going to come on here, and we're going to love it. Just my prediction. Hopefully I'm right. Something I feel. Obviously, you got to get OG back, but I think he's going to come back. I think Hart's going to be back, and I think the guys are going to be ready to go. I think they were. They want some revenge from the beginning of the season, and they're ready to go. They're ready to go. All right, let's get to Yuri in the Discord. Yuri, please make it short and sweet. Please make it short and sweet. Get your point in, and then we'll respond to it. Appreciate you. Those of you in the chat, you can join the Discord. Link is in the description. Yuri, what's going on? What you got?
Cat, I want to kill him. Why are you doing no look pass, man? You couldn't. I'm on the Cat thing because he's better than that. I know he's better. There's a time to be fancy, and there's a time to be normal. That was not the time to be fancy. But let's be honest, it's All-Star break.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a rough one for Cat, man. That was a rough one. But look, I'm sure I want to see what he says in the media if he comments on that. But that was a rough one for sure.
Yeah, no, that was a rough one. I don't think he commented on that. If he does, let me know.
Yeah.
If he does, but back to the game. I'm giving a game ball to Mikal Bridges.
Yeah.
You're not, and you're losing this game without Mikal. Let's be real here. He turned it up in the third quarter. He turned it up in the fourth quarter. This is who you want.
Yep.
This is who you want. This is who you gave up 5 first-round picks for. I don't care if he has a bad night or offensive. Put up 12 points, whatever. Just show me you can play defense. And he showed me tonight. Obviously, we have a long way to go as a championship contender. Obviously. I don't consider us championship contenders. We're more contenders than anything, but not for an NBA championship. But these are wins in the making. These are what define your season. I don't care if it was 2 points against the Bulls. As much as I hate to admit it, it's the Bulls.
Agree. Game ball. Agree. Game ball. Mikal and Brunson, right? Obviously, Mikal with that block was awesome, right. Man. That block was freaking awesome.
That block was amazing. I thought that ball was going to go in.
Yeah, I thought it was game over. I was like, night, it's over. But
and I think Mikal got the block again in that last possession as well.
Yeah,
I think he got a piece of that.
Yeah,
but you don't win this game without Mikal Bridges. I feel like Mikal Bridges deserves the game ball. And I gave my take about the Knicks going in the second half. You got to step up the 3-point defense. And I don't see that happening. If your 3-point defense doesn't step up, you're going to get outclassed with Cleveland and Boston. I'm calling it how I see it.
Agree.
And I want everyone to think about this for a minute. I'm asking you a question in a chat. Would you be satisfied if you get 1 out of 2 against neither of these teams?
Ooh.
You win one, but you lose one. Do not go 0-2. That's all I'm asking.
Appreciate you, Yuri. Let me answer this question for you. And then we'll see what they have in the chat. Appreciate you calling in, Yuri.
Oh, of course.
Yuri says, would you like the split versus Cleveland and Boston? Would you take that right now? If somebody offered you the split, you win in Cleveland, you lose at Boston, would you take that? Obviously, I wouldn't say the right thing to say is, obviously, if you were a betting man, which I'm not, you would take the split. But I'm here to tell you right now, I don't want no damn split. I don't. I really don't want to split, guys. Like, I've had these 2 games circled. And we've had many games circled, right? I need the New York Knicks to beat both of them. I need them Friday night to beat Cleveland, Sunday afternoon to beat Boston, and then we are back. We are back on track, right? They need these signature wins. They need to beat the top of the Eastern. They need to show us that they can beat these teams, right? Because you can't lose to Cleveland and they get your doors blown off against Boston again, and then it's like, what are we doing? Like, what is happening right now? Yeah, it can't happen, man. You can't go 0-2 versus Cleveland, 0-3 versus Boston, and then you're sitting there like, look, guys, yeah, we'll get to the second round, but I mean, after that, it's a wrap. It can't happen, man. I want to win both. I want to win both bad. Because let's say you beat Cleveland tomorrow, you feel good about yourself, and then Sunday afternoon comes around and you get smacked again by Boston. Then it's like, yeah, we can beat Cleveland. Like, we're not worried about Cleveland, yada, yada, yada. And Boston obviously is the cream of the top. But me personally, I want to beat them. I want to beat them both. Stanley says, I'd be satisfied if we beat Boston on the road. I don't really care about Cleveland. Yeah, that's what a lot of people feel. But I need this one too. Isaiah said, and also it's either both or none, man. We need to beat both teams. They are number 1 and number 2 in the Eastern Conference. Those are the 2 teams in the Eastern Conference that you need to beat. Tony says, got to win both of these games. Moving forward, you want to climb up the seeding, period. Period, man. Stanley says, it depends. If we get blown out by Boston, if it's not a close game, then a win against Cleveland means nothing because we will face Boston in the second round of the playoffs. Yeah. El Figgy want to win both. I'll never settle for a split. Yeah. That's the mentality you got to have. But guys, I've one thing that this Knicks team has shown us all season is that, you know, they'll fight. I know the 2 games versus Boston tell you otherwise, but I really do think the Knicks are going to win big in Cleveland tomorrow. I do. Just my opinion. I think the guys are ready, man. JB's minutes, 38 minutes in a game today in overtime. Knicks were watching his minutes. Hit the clutch shot. That's by design, man. Obviously, it's a back-to-back. Cat, 43 minutes. Mikal, 44. Precious, 46. But you get reinforcements back. Hukporti should be ready. Oof. Can't wait to see Hukporti and Mobley. Remember that first matchup where Hukporti guarded Mobley really well? And Hukporti actually, I think he dunked on Mobley if I stand corrected, and they called it back, and that kind of was like the momentum shift in that game. I need it. Shamet too. I want to shine some light on Shamet. He's starting to play what? He's starting to play better. 7 points, 2 of 4 from 3. He's cutting more. He's playing better defense. Shamet is starting to come around here, and that's big for this New York Knicks team because ever since they acquired DeLon Wright, we all thought DeLon Wright was going to take that spot. But Shamet is starting to play better, and just want to shine some light on Shamet as well. Shout out to Shamet. Isaiah says, for the Windhorse comment, did we all forget majority of the Cavs roster is the exact same we beat 2 seasons ago in 5 games. The only difference is about the Cleveland Cavaliers roster is DeAndre Hunter and their coaching staff. They got Johnny Bryant over there who probably is telling, all of our secrets, right? As he should. As he should. Allen's playing well. Garland's playing better. Sam Morrill's playing well for them. Right? Just look at the roster. Max Strus wasn't there a couple of years ago. Right? Dean Wade comes in, shoots threes. They got a squad, man. They got a squad. Thibs needs a different strategy versus Boston. Thibs should start Deuce and go for a smaller lineup versus Boston. Let Hart come off the bench. Stanley says in the chat. Josh Hart is having a rough go versus Boston this year. The Knicks are too small against Boston, and that's where I want to see Mitchell Robinson, come in there and switch things up, and I think he will. But it's interesting what will happen. Obviously, if Hart is healthy, I think the Knicks roll with him and just go to the lineup of Hart starting. But it's going to be interesting, like if the Knicks get matched up with them in a playoff series in the second round, if the Knicks stick with that lineup, because I do think they are too small against Boston, especially with Hart in that lineup, and that has been exposed, right? So, yeah. Stanley says, yeah. The Cavs are good, man. You got to give them their props. And the DeAndre Hunter trade that they, when they traded for him, that's a big move, man. That's a big boy move. People are crowning the Cleveland Cavaliers as the Eastern Conference champions. They are. And this is the team that you're going to have to get through. It's Cleveland and Boston. So it's going to be another heavyweight tomorrow and another heavyweight on Sunday, and I can't wait. L. Figgy says, if Mitch is not ready versus Celtics, let's see Huck on the floor with Cat. You're starting to see it more, man. You're starting to see Hukporti more, and I said it earlier. Why hasn't this man been playing more and more? Because he's shown you that dude can play, man. Hukporti can play. Love Hukporti. All right, Tom Thibodeau says he believes OG Anunoby will travel with the team for tomorrow's game at Cleveland. Said both the medical team and the player had input on the decision to sit tonight's game out. That's language for, yeah, we can beat the Bulls. Let's just play against Cleveland. But you almost gave it up. OG has missed 6 straight games with right foot sprain and hasn't played since February 1st. So, just trying to get these Tom Thibodeau quotes out for you guys. Thibodeau on Miles McBride. He gave us energy that was big for us. He's given up size, but he's a fierce competitor. Love Deuce, man. Love that he came in here and came tonight. I love that he came prepared and balled out, man. Love that. All right, guys. Catch you guys tomorrow. Let's go Knicks. Knicks Cleveland. Heavyweight matchup. Catch you guys tomorrow. Have a good night. Appreciate you guys. As always, let's go Knicks. Peace.